Welcome to the second Black Sox Network update, whatever you want to call it. We're doing this Instagram version. We've been rocking the X shirt today. We got some players locked in for that. We're rocking the Melbourne hat today. We got some news for that. We got awesome NFL playoff football stuff going on. Some summer league guys have locked in. More information on the Florida Incentive League. I've got some information and a deal for you guys at the end about a workout in Arizona that we're involved in. What up, everyone on Instagram? Thanks for chiming in. We're moving this show over to YouTube, so you guys need to get on that Black Sox Pro Baseball YouTube channel and subscribe and like and share it and get different new people involved, because that's going to grow this thing and help build it. We're doing a lot of new things. There are some major changes coming up here in the future that I'm really excited about. I mean, you could tell I'm excited if I'm telling you I'm excited. I don't know if I've ever said the words, I'm excited for something in my life, but I'm excited for these changes. Thank you for following along. Thank you for sticking with us. The people that, whether it's YouTube, we just got to 700 subscribers. Thank you. We should be at 70,000. We really, we're going to get that going in the right direction. And that's where these Black Sox baseball, indie ball, sports, or Black Sox detailed event information is going to be posted. You're going to get all your information from here from now on. There won't be close friends anymore. That will be a subscription on Instagram once you're part of the program. Or I guess you could pay for it if you're not part of the program and just want to find out when we're getting rained out. It's 4:20. Do you know where your Frenchie is? There he is. If you can see, Michael Keaton is in the show. He wants to be involved. He's been on the road for 3 years with the guys. He's got no at-bats. The guy has not got one at-bat in 3 years. I don't know if I could do this much longer being the bullpen guy. I don't even catch bullpens anymore. I just, But he's thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be here. We got so much to cover in a short period of time, so let's get after it. Again, YouTube is going to be the place to follow these videos going forward in the near future, doing this Instagram version for you guys to update you. Let's start in the NFL. Got to start in the NFL. I mean, you got the playoffs coming up. Really awesome matchups for next weekend. I'm excited about that. There's 3 days of games. I don't really understand that. I guess I'm new to sports again. I'm relearning everything. But how bad must it be to have the ball go through your legs to end the game? I know, because it was me. It's been me before, and I've touched the last ball of the season many times. Actually, too many times. More times than anyone would ever want to admit. I've done it, and I know the feeling, and that's how for those moments in sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, any sport, underwater basket weaving, you're going to have that moment that you prepared for, and it's about mastery, right? It's about mastering this thing mentally and physically and having control over everything that you do and really manifesting your destiny to when you get there, know that that's where you're supposed to have gotten. And he's just not supposed to be there right now. He's just not supposed to have gotten there. But I did see a video about Aaron Rodgers, and the guy says, down by 4, what song's playing in your head, to the Ravens last game of the season. And, that's where Aaron Rodgers is one of the best at putting himself mentally there. He's been there the entire time. I used to do this and tell my guys about it when it came to facing a pitcher, having a big game, preparing for something, flying and jumping out of the plane and playing, or jumping out of the car and playing. I could manifest the way that the day was going to go because of the way that my mental was. And so kudos to that guy, an awesome performance, and he really deserves it regardless of whether the offense wasn't doing anything for 6-7 quarters in a row. Bunch of touchdowns, response to when he got knocked down, banged by the other side. They go up big on some big plays, score twice. And what does Aaron Rodgers do? He gives me that, he's got that Brett Favre type of end of his career vibe going on, specifically with the same teams and some of the stuff that he's done. But Brett Favre, I got to say, way better than Aaron Rodgers. However, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that was awesome. And you do deserve it to get in there. And you always want the best quarterbacks to be in the Super Bowl. It's going to make for the best possible games that you can see in a championship. That's what you always want to see. That's exactly what we model our Black Sox thing after, right? Is how do you get to the best finale? How do you get to the highest level of competition and keep it interesting and make it the most competitive thing? And and that's what I think the Super Bowl is all about, is the best quarterbacks being in it. So like if the Purdy guy's not healthy, I'd rather him get knocked out early, because it's not going to make for a good run the rest of the playoffs, and the other way around with everything. But also, having Rodgers in there versus, the Ravens quarterback. I mean, that anybody can have a bad day at any given time. So, the younger the quarterback, the less experience and the more banged up, the more likely you are to have a bad big game when it's time to have a big game. But football stuff, looking forward to next weekend. The matchups are awesome. I think the first day, or I don't know exactly the order of how it's going, but it's like Rams, Carolina. Carolina snuck in there at the last minute, even though Tampa beat them. It was amazing to see something like that happen. Green Bay, Chicago, going to be a little bit of a sleeper game. I think that's going to be a good game. Niners, Philly. East or West Coast is going to be disappointed after that one. We'll see who wins, Tupac or Biggie. And then you got Houston at Pittsburgh, LA at New England. I got New England, and I think Jacksonville over some of these teams. I think Jacksonville, that story, that's intriguing. Some of these big-time quarterback plays, it's been really intriguing. But let's see how Baltimore responds after Buffalo responds and New England winning some easy games, and the Jets didn't get an interception all season. Jets fans, wow, that's who you are. But football to baseball, Melbourne, boom, rocking the hat. First things first on our YouTube. Go check it out from yesterday. Did a little bit of a thank you to those people, but want to make sure in case they didn't see the YouTube that on Instagram, I go out and thank every one of the people that really put the thing together. Justin Huber, the general manager from the general manager from the Melbourne Aces. John Diebel, Mick Weirn, player procurement and manager. John Diebel, Dodgers, Red Sox, World Series rings, Matsuzaka, put it together. We were on the field with some of the best that you could be on the field with. The competition was amazing. The way they took care of us was amazing, better than they take care of us in the United States. So we're definitely looking for some upgrades from some of these USA teams, not including the Washington Wild Things and Tony Basile, who has always taken care of us. Hotel rooms, food, everything, every time we go. Tremendous human being. Thank you, Tony, for making the tour easier for us as we go every year. But Melbourne really did a great job. They really did roll out the red carpet. That YouTube broadcast is amazing. Advice to my guys that were in those games. I don't see enough clips of your defense, your hitting, your base running, the things you did good there. You guys are sitting back, resting on your laurels. You shouldn't be. You guys should be going out, making highlight videos of what you put together there and selling that to teams because it's going to get you signed. I promise that what you did there was at an extremely high level. Some of you guys didn't face a pitcher that didn't have any experience. Some of you guys tore those guys up. Great job by our signed team of guys, Jalen Smith, Tyler Williams, Evan Alexander, 5 years with the Yankees. Guys with a lot of experience came out. Tillman Pugh, and really put on an absolute show for us. Our New Zealanders came over, Gleason and all these guys, and performed and just were absolutely phenomenal. But 3 guys for sure that this would not be possible without their help from the top. Behind the scenes, nobody saw him. Nobody knew what he did. This guy was at my house all day, every day, late night, 2 a.m. He was probably sick of me. But Jesse Remington, your boots on the ground, took care of everybody's flight, everybody's travel information. He was absolutely phenomenal. I'd recommend him for any job of that position to be the guy. He was resilient with the visas, with the flight information, with the travel information from Florida to Arizona to California, for all the guys who coordinated, and I think we flew out of about 15 places. He coordinated everything. We flew into about 10 places. He was phenomenal, Jesse Remington. And then the 2 guys that really made it happen, Cipriano Garza and Yuta Okazaki, our 2 managers, 1 manager of each series, went down there. Yuta didn't even know what he was going to end up doing. He ends up catching the first 3 games of the first series, and Yuta ends up managing the second series and bringing home, which I forgot to put on our YouTube yesterday. But, go and find this on YouTube. That's where it's going to be. It's only going to be once or twice a week on Instagram. It'll be every day on YouTube. But Utah brought me, like the bastards bringing me their scalps, the lineup card from the W in Melbourne, signed by yours truly, and awesome names on here. This team, Justin Gideon. We're talking Jordan Sickett absolutely went off. Did you see what he did out there? Colin Jensen, the phenomenal effort, display, performance. It was unbelievable. Guys like Eddie Million, guys like Angelo Pahila in the second series. First series guys also absolutely tremendous. Don't forget the rookie, Thierman, was unbelievable. Rookie kid came out 91-93, dominated, striking out big leaguers, and it was truly a performance. Maybe I overspoke a little bit there, but I'm hyping them up. And but they were very experienced hitters. The guys that they're trying to sign that are saying the best in the world should go play on Team Australia, and we dominated them on the pitching side in small elements, but they dominated us with the bats for the majority in the first series. Second series, we dominated with the bats. Couple slugfests. Hard when you don't have enough pitching, boys. Hard when you're going overseas without enough pitching. Tried to give everybody ample notice to really have your name on this card and take part of what this is, but guys are sleeping on it, and it is what it is. And you could be Jordan Sickett. You could still be signed out there playing. He's going to stay through the Korean series. Jordan Sickett, congratulations. I found out yesterday that he'll be signed by the Melbourne Aces and stay out there for the duration of the series through the Korean series at the end of February and March. Great for him. And Jamison Hill also started with the Charleston Dirty Birds in the Atlantic League last year, former affiliated arm who we know through some family baseball friends very well. And he went out there and they kept him with a state league team, and he's going to pitch for Melbourne. Also, the New Zealand boys, they also, John Stone and Gleason, are going to stay out there and pitch. So a lot of guys got opportunities out of this thing. I saw Danny Helfgott in the dugout for Melbourne the other day in the games against New Zealand. So you understand it was the international series, an international Winter League series that Melbourne dropped out of the ABL and brought in the Black Sox, the Killer Bees, New Zealand, another Australia travel team, and eventually to bring Korea in to play their series as they went to Korea to play the fall series in Korea at the end of October, November. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but really awesome opportunity for all these players to go out and do their thing internationally, worldwide. I understand that they broke out of the ABL and it is what it is, but I mean, baseball is baseball, and if the competition's good, people are going to watch, and they did watch. And that first series in Melbourne, I was there for it, national attendance leader for the weekend, meaning we led Australia in attendance, not even being in a league. The most people came out to a baseball game that day and that weekend in Melbourne, Australia to see the Road Warrior Black Sox take on the Melbourne Aces 3 times. Not in the ABL, not in Adelaide, not in Perth, not in those other places. It happened in our league right there, and it was absolutely awesome. So thank you, all the Australian people, all the fans. Everybody brought us gifts and snacks and offered us just help in any way, wanted to buy our jerseys and buy our hats. Like, you people are absolutely tremendous. We have more of a following there, I think, than we do in the United States now. And it was really an awesome opportunity. What'd you think? This was the No Coffee Show? This is It's 420, do you know where your Frenchie is show. You okay, Poopies? Are you all right, buddy? Anyway, back to business. So you got a couple things we want to cover here before the end. But announcements we want to make. Thank you to Melbourne and all those that made this happen. Really, big time. Announcements for the Black Sox specifically. Some roster moves. We're going to announce them this way, but really it's going to be on YouTube every day. So make sure that you guys, yes, shout out the Notorious Espresso. Absolutely phenomenal breakfast every day. But we're going to put this stuff on YouTube from now on, boys. So you're going to have to follow every morning. It'll be there. I know it'll be the morning, the afternoon show, whatever. But once we get going into the season here, everyday play, you're going to want to know. And this is where you're going to want to check in the morning, get your information. I know I've talked to a lot of you today, so think about how much is really going on a day-to-day basis. There's so much going on. There's so many messages going back and forth. I'm taking this break here from about 4 to 6, 7 o'clock to get back in the office at night. I'm going to do a whole night shift for you boys and then re-update and just keep updating those rosters online, keep updating the offers that we're putting out through our new system, and you guys can lock in with an invoice now, and you can set up your housing and all of that, and we can get you guys locked in for the future here. But in doing this and trying to figure out what my offer was going to be to my fall guys that are playing the winter, I had to see how many games guys played, what the stats were, who the MVP was going to be. We're now giving cash prize, FIL cash prize, baby. And in doing these stats and trying to figure all this out, I realized I don't even have all the games. So I screwed up in announcing the offensive and defensive and whatever MVPs for the fall. It'll probably be somewhat similar. Bujdos, Delgado, maybe Vin Taylor. Really awesome performance. Mike Pedraza. Really awesome performance on the pitching side. But I found out that in Florida, to the year, we did over 200 dates in Florida of baseball this year in 2025. If you go to blacksoxprobaseball.com and you click on the results for the past 5 years on one of our spreadsheets, you can see the thousands of games that we've done in the last 5 years alone. Obviously, we've been a team for 23, going on 24 years now. Barnstorming tour since 2013. Just imagine how many games. But 200 dates in 2025 in Florida alone. We also have a franchise in Chicago, franchise in New Jersey. So we're talking 300 games. Plus, we went to Arizona, Texas. We played as the Cleburne Railroaders. We played in Melbourne, Australia. We dominate in that aspect. There is no competition. So hope you guys understand that. Going through these numbers, really tremendous fall performances by these guys. And I'm not even done because I missed some of the stats. I didn't even get all the stats. I've got to go back. I'm missing a couple of tournament games or the last games against The Empire guys that we did, which thank you so much, Eddie and Jerry, for having us every season in your Empire Fall Series. Always a great experience, great competition. We went over there and played. We were in Arizona. We played the old Pueblo tribe. Great connection we made with those guys to get more games in the future. It's going to be great, and stay tuned for that Arizona workout information at the end of this episode. But going through just some of these numbers, really great performances. Ran into some guys that I really want to have in the future. AJ Arico won a tournament MVP, went 13 for 21. Jack Tone, guy you never heard of, scored 11 runs in 11 games, went 8 for 28. Justin Bujdos hit 12 doubles in 17 games and scored 23 runs. I mean, okay. Radigan, 13 for 36, 7 doubles. For a lot of you guys, I just want to note, you kind of could tell Sickett was going to go off here. He went 16 for 41 with 6 doubles and 10 RBIs in 12 games in Florida before he went to Melbourne. And guess what he did in Melbourne? 7 for 12, 2 homers, double, whatever that series looked like for him. 7 RBIs in 3 games or whatever. I mean, that's what it is, fellas. You don't suck here and go dominate in real life unless you're just, someone else. And a lot of guys actually have. But Delgado in 68 at-bats, 14 hits, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, 13 walks, 10 strikeouts. Same for Bujdos. Even though he hits 12 doubles out of 22 hits, he walks 10 times, strikes out 10 times. You got to think about it like this, boys. Ryan Radman had no walks or strikeouts in here, barely any. He's a high school kid, okay? But if you guys take out as I get a message right now that Danny Helfgott will be playing with the team in Australia. That's awesome. Congratulations to Helfgott. He was a guy that was in our lineup. He'll be over there with those boys. But as for the stats, you guys are walking and striking out too much. You're hurting your numbers. You're hurting your chance for MVP. You're hurting your chance to really sell what you are. I understand you might have to take a pitch once in a while. Don't get me wrong. Some of the pitching might suck. You might not get a pitch to hit. But this will really teach you to make the most of your money, right? Hunt the middle of this thing. And if you got to go a little this way or a little this way or a little this way, start doing it and become a better hitter and not such a good walker, because walking's not going to get you to the next level. And in reality, look at these numbers could be. You could have 20 doubles. You could have 5 homers. You could have 10 homers, but you're walking 10 times. If they throw you no strikes, I get it. But how many times are you attempting a bunt and missing on purpose and making this fool think he's in the count so you can get your hanger, so you can get your cookie? That's why I love this incentive league thing, and what it's going to be is going to be playing to earn your money, and I'm going to teach you along the way how to do that. If you're in my program, it's going to be phenomenal. But I think too many walks, too many if you're striking out, you're seeing too many pitches here. Here's a guy 9 for 27, 4 doubles, 8 RBIs in 10 games. Love it. 9 walks, 9 strikeouts. I don't care if he strikes out 10 times and walks 0 times. I don't care if he strikes out 15 times. If he turns those 10 walks into 6 more doubles and a couple homers, we're talking. This guy would be the leader in RBIs almost per game. Instead it's Bujdos, but it really is that competitive. It's going to be a stat battle, and knowing how to produce and play to win and showcase yourself at the same time is a very complicated, hard niche angle that we have in this, and we know how to go around the country, play to win, and sell yourself, and showcase. So numbers matter. The guy I mentioned, Bujdos, probably going to win this offensive MVP, dominated in 17 games. He played 5 less games than Delgado and hit 6 more doubles. Delgado does hit more triples and homers, but RBIs per game, fellas, that's another thing. RBIs per game is a huge stat. There are a lot of guys that hit 500 and then with guys on base, hit 0. Hitting with runners in scoring position, specifically with 2 outs and 2 strikes and late in the game against bullpen arms, is one of the hardest things to do in the world. And so when guys don't drive runs in, it's alarming. So look at a lot of these numbers and see who has 2 RBIs in 15 games and who has 20 RBIs in 15 games. It matters, especially when you should be dominating the pitching. It does matter because there's something mentally, there's some switch that goes on or off. But with some of those names I mentioned comes some of the moves that I want to announce. So just announcing, quickly that Jorge Bravo, who played the fall with us, did 20 games actually, second in games. Bravo, he plays a lot of baseball games with us. 17 knocks. Very heads-up baseball player is going to join us for the Florida Incentive League Winter. Also, Jack Hay, left-handed hitter who's on his way to go play in Japan. Independent ball is going to get his season, going to get prepared for his season with us in the winter. Also, Jared Bujdos locked in for not only the summer in Kenosha, which makes us stronger. We really missed him last year. Word for word, our manager, Brandon Jeffrey, texted me today and said we missed some of Boug's production this year. It could have been huge, the at-bats that he had. 2 years ago, and I think the year before, he was all team, first team, second team, whatever the awards that they give out there. Tremendous player. But Bujoš has locked in for the summer, the winter, and the tour. He's on my first team tour roster. That's what happens when you become the MVP of this thing. Also, Alexiel Delgado is another one, adding him to the tour. He had a phenomenal performance in Australia and all over the map and everywhere he went. He'll be joining us for the tour at least. And the last one for the X, that's why we're wearing the shirt today. They've got a few players on their roster already, but one more added today, a guy that signed twice last year. And this is doing it right and being smart, boys. If you sign twice, what should you do? Think about it. If you played in a spring training game with us and you single-handedly took a guy's job on the tour, what should you do? If you came to us before and you signed, what should you do? Do it the same way, and that's what Ben Colville is going to do. Ben Colville is a guy that I ran into at a tryout in the snow, I'm pretty sure, in New York. And I kind of got him confused with another guy at the time. He was kind of irrelevant. I didn't care. But when he started commuting from Long Island to New Jersey to play for my brother, we did start to care, and his efforts went noticed. Signed with the Quebec Championship Capitales for a game, and signed with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks in the Atlantic League and put up a scoreless frame. A guy that came out of some college I never heard of, went to some tryout that I had no idea why he was there, and I actually signed Jacob Asa at that tryout with Long Island, I'm pretty sure that day. We get Ben Colville out of that. He joins my brother in the summer. He signs twice in independent ball, which was what his goal was. What does he do? Pays the money and re-ups on January 5th to make sure he's got a plan for the summer, somewhere to play and somewhere to get sent to, because that's what happens, fellas. To get sent, you got to be playing for us. You got to be one of my best guys. You have to be with us this year. Nobody's signing off the couch. We are doing some remote guys that have been around for a while, but in reality, boys, you need to be there. You got to be there. The best guys get signed, man. Colin Jensen finished the season. I mentioned it in yesterday's YouTube. In the Atlantic League as well with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks under Mark Minikazi. And that's a guy that got kicked out of college for drinking orange juice. So in reality, awesome for Ben Colville to jump in with the X. He's in the rotation, joining some veteran guys, probably Delgado, probably Iacchetti. I did find out that one of our arms is down and retired and done. Also locked into that season for sure is Eminem, Max Marleveld, the Hebrew Hammer, yours truly, and John Torres. We have two left-handed starters in Ben Colville. That's a good start going into next season for the New Jersey Sox that are itching for a championship. New Jersey Sox, Met League guys, I think the advice, I got the patch here. The advice is don't play in the playoffs. Go to Michigan. Take the bid. Go win that thing. Combine with the Kenosha guys. Make it happen. Get everybody eligible this year. I can tell you in those playoffs and in New Jersey and whatever, you're not valued. Nobody cares what you do for the baseball community out there. Nobody thinks you're helping any players. Everybody's jealous. So just do what you need to do selfishly, AJ. Sign the players. Move the guys on. Go to Michigan or wherever it's going to be. Have your fun out there, but forget competing against these guys that you've been competing with. I sent you a text earlier. Growth is change. It's great. Change it, grow it, make it better. Dominate that shit this year. Guys, last year, the New Jersey Sox, this team, the X, before the season, we signed 2, 3, 4 guys before the season. 2 left-handed pitchers, 2 infielders, and a catcher. During the season, we signed that same catcher again. We signed Colville twice. You signed Wes Albert, right-handed pitcher to the Frontier League. You signed Rakusin, and you signed Allen along the way. 6 guys left the team during the season. 5 guys left the team before the season. That's 10 guys getting picked up off of a men's league team. Same deal goes for the Kenosha Kings. It was about 5-5. 20 guys getting promoted at a men's league teams where you could work a day job, make your money, and then at night play your baseball and be the next guy up to get promoted. I'm trying to make it extremely easy. I'm not going to blame any of you guys for making it extremely difficult. Throw in the incentive stuff that we're doing. One of the announcements, Kenosha Kings pick up a guy you never heard of. Infielder out of college, right? He had the option to pay for the summer in Kenosha. He lives in the Chicago area. He had the option. I can pay $1,500 for the summer and be part of the team and be eligible for the end of season awards, which include $500 for the offensive player of the year, $500 for the pitcher of the year, $500 for the gold glove, outfield, infielder, and catcher's position alone. Those are 5 rewards for $2,500, I think it comes to. And what happens is you win that award at the end of the season. You're the infield gold glover, and you put the 5 towards your next season. It makes your season not 15, makes it $1,000. I'm trying to make it easy for you boys. If it doesn't work after this, it's probably, what do they call it? Twitch and OF. So this is what it is, boys. The kid decided to pay up the $2,500, not the $1,500. The $2,500 gets him 2 times the payout per MVP victory, which means if he wins 10 MVPs, he wins $2,000 towards his next season. He could put it towards housing. He could put it towards baseball. He could put it towards his next summer if he wants to. But there's a way to double and triple your money. Now, if you guys don't win 25 games, it's going to be hard to win 25 MVPs. But double the payout for $2,500 and offering the upcoming tournament that we have in Fort Pierce during our winter ball in South Florida. We are offering double the payout for the Fort Pierce tournament, MVP per game. If a pitcher throws a no-hitter in that tournament, free season. If a pitcher or position player wins the MVP of the tournament, free season, and double the payout per win. So the Sonoran Mariners, the team that went down to the last tournament, they won, I think, 3 games in it. It was $600 in prizes, I think, went out. I think only certain guys were paid to be in the incentive league at that point. So I think I got to look up exactly who won them, but I think one of the guys won them that was in it. But this time it'll be double the payout. And if you win 5 games, do the math, boys. You're getting paid out to play baseball, making your lives cheaper as you go. That's what we're trying to do, is put money in the bank so that going forward, everybody has a house, everybody has a bed, everybody has a place to play, and there's no issues with anything. And that's, if you go to my last YouTube video that we posted yesterday, the first episode, you'll be able to see kind of why. I think 2 of them posted on there. You guys can do your research and catch up. But I'm going to try to not answer questions. I'm going to try to give it to you all here, and you shouldn't have to ask again. We're just going to, boom, hit you with the updates every time a guy signs and every time something happens. But those are the payouts for Fort Pierce. Those are the payouts for some of the... Now, check this out. Sunday, if you're in the South Florida area and you're with the Black Sox organization and you've played in this weekend league that we have the playoffs this weekend. This weekend, I'm offering double the payout for both sides of the MVP, the pitching side and the hitting side. So already you got guys chomping at the bit, and this team's going to be pretty good with some of the names that are on there for this playoff this weekend. And it's, it's a great way to play. You go play on Sunday, you win the MVP, you go home with $200 towards your next season, or you go play on Sunday and it's just some men's league thing and you're just whatever, and cool. Enjoy that if that's what it is. But we're trying to change the game, boys. So you paid, you invested the money, and we're giving it back to you. Typically, these games have been a $100 reward up until now. But with this break between fall and winter and just a random game thrown in here, I want to see how bad the boys want it and who's hungry. If a guy throws a no-hitter in that game, no-hitter, 5-inning no-hitter, I don't even know who's starting. You guys can duke it out. But free season. Okay, if you hit 3 home runs in that game, free season. If you drive in 10 runs in that game, free season. Hitting with runners in scoring position, driving the ball out of the ballpark. I'll give you one more. I'll do one more for you. 5 doubles. A couple of guys hit 4 doubles in the fall. Tremendous performances. I think 3 guys hit 4 doubles in the fall. If anybody hits 5 doubles in tomorrow's game, Sunday's game, in the SFBL, free season. Those are the incentives of playing with the Black Sox versus whatever everybody else is doing. But trying to make it interesting, boys, because I'll tell you make it boring. And so trying to stay alive in this thing. But it's 420. Do you know where your Frenchie's at? Make sure you guys go on YouTube and follow the rest of these updates. That's where they're going to be. I'll do about once a week on Instagram, but we really need to build that YouTube following so we can go live from a phone when we get enough subscribers, likes, comment, drop your thoughts, drop whatever questions that you might have, any advice you might have. Haters, copycats, I always tell you, follow, like it, go ahead, share it around with all your boys, and use what I'm saying to make your thing better, because you need to make your thing better, because your thing ain't my thing. And I don't mind you copying. Go ahead. I copied someone else too. I made their thing better. That's exactly how this thing goes. So feel free to throw it around, share it around. But those are the updates. Bravo, Bujos, Koval, a couple of guys joining us in the future. Tip here at the end before this Arizona workout information. Tip for every baseball player. If you really want to play, and you're my guy especially, go on baseballreference.com and see if they have all your information correct. Name, date of birth, side you throw with and hit with, positions you play, any information. Maybe Baseball Cube needs to combine some of your information, but some of you guys are too not good enough to not have that information on there at least. Okay, you barely have anything on there and going in the first place, so let's make sure that information is correct. There's a tip for everybody. The last thing I can tell you is the special offer with this Arizona workout is that it's not the delusional workout. That this, we don't say the P word, and we don't really deal with people that just don't want to deal. But if you want a deal, Melbourne Aces at your house, baby, looking for players to sign overseas internationally. That's what we do. You can call us. Also work for several other of the top indie ball teams. If you guys need help, want exposure, whatever, I'm sure some of my players will be going to these things. If you guys ever have any questions about these things, let's start asking and let's start sharing the information. But the workout I'm talking about is not the January one. I'm talking about the February one. There is a discount for Black Sox guys on the February workout with Mark Minikazi in Arizona. If you guys want to lock in with me, hit me up directly and I'll get you locked in for that. I'll be there for the 3 days of that event. We've also got with the Black Sox a couple of MLB invite only. No, it's not Tread Scout Day. No, it's not go stand on the line and throw a bullpen. This is some events that have been going on for over a dozen years with some MLB scouts, select indie ball scouts that are in the area. And I've got about 7 to 10 spots that I could fill in those. Florida Incentive League coming up. I think it's listed exactly online. It tells you exactly how many spots are on there. Go to blacksoxprobaseball.com and look. I think it's about 5 spots on each team right now. We're going 3 teams, blowing it up into 6 teams, shrinking it down to 3 teams before the tour. Right now, we have 4 tour games. We're expected to win all of them. York, Lexington, Washington, Gary. I'm not scheduling another one until I know we can win those 4 games. So, fellas, there's 9, 10 spots per team plus pitching. It's not going to be you. So what do you got to do to earn the spot and be the guy? That is what this is. You want to call somebody else up and go play over there? You want to go try this thing out over here? You want to go do that? That's fine, whatever. But renew as a new player when you come back, because what's good for you is what's good for you and what's not is not. And that is the truth, fellas. That's all I really have for you. Nice chatting with everyone. Like I said, I'm going to finish the rest of this midday break. If you want to call it a break, it's 4:20. Do you know where your Frenchie's at? And I'm going to continue tonight. I'll try to drop another update tonight. Go on YouTube. You'll see the last 2 updates from yesterday. We could talk more. Drop your questions. Send me texts. I will not answer directly. This is the only way we're going to communicate going forward in 2026. It's the Black Sox Sports Baseball Indie Ball Network. I don't really know. Yes, Utah, you are right. 1,200 players signed since COVID, but no one cares because I told the boys we were going to Melbourne and no one cared. And, this is where it's at right here. Stay tuned. Stay with us. Nice chatting with everyone. Thank you.